And for somebody to help you along with it, that person is asking, what's in it for me too? What are the benefits? If you're going to be more livable at home, okay, more pleasant on the job, they can understand very clearly that's something in it for them. Right? But think of other people's positions and give them something in return. Because most people ask that question, what's in it for me? Okay? You have to know what's in it for yourself, and you have to think about other people, what's in it for them. The fact that you're healthier, etc., etc. What's in it for your grandkids? Grandpa or grandma has more energy. They can play and have fun. More energy. What's in it for your wife? You might help take out the garbage. Right? What's in it for your husband? You're more pleasant because you don't hurt every time you move your arms. You get the idea? What's in it for them? The next thing is about expression. It's been shown that people who make plans and write down their plans do better than those who even make plans but don't write them down. See, part of the reason for it is that when we write something down, we've had to process it in several different spheres. First, we had to think about it, then we had to plan it, then we write it, and we reread it. Okay? All of these are things that are feeding back and deepening what we have just thought through. Okay? So writing down your plans works better than not writing them down. Okay? And of course, saying them or writing them, expressing what you're thinking, has the same kind of effect. If you say something, you've had to think it, articulate it, and then you hear it back. So you've processed it 3 times just by saying something. And the rule is, expression deepens impression. When you express something, it deepens that thing that you're expressing. So if you say, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you guys just love cookies?
Used to.
Okay.
Yeah, I still do.
This is the right response. Used to. I used to love cookies, right? But now you made a choice not to deal with that anymore, right? Okay, you made a choice not to deal with it, okay? You fell into the vacuum, right? I did that on purpose. You raise your hand.
I'm honest.
But you're honest. You still love the cookies.
I don't know. I haven't had one in a long time.
Okay, well, I'll tell you
So
what.
I don't know what it's going to be like when I taste one.
Okay, all right. So you say, I used to. I don't know what it's going to be like. See? All right. The idea of saying something, you know, I really love so-and-so. Be careful, because when you say it, right, it's not magic. It's just when you say it, it reinforces the thing that you just said, right? So be careful what you say in some of these circumstances. I used to love that. You know, I still have an issue with this, okay? But I chose to do something else, right? I'll tell you, we're getting close to Memorial Day. Memorial Day, for me, Memorial Day, what's the big deal about Memorial Day? The only big deal about Memorial Day was the fact that this was the first day of the year that we broke out the barbecue, okay? And in my neighborhood, when I got around, on Memorial Day, you could smell the barbecues all through the neighborhood, okay? Now, I don't know about you guys, but you can either call it an odor or an aroma, all right? For me, it was an aroma, okay? Okay? I could imagine well, the more I go through this stuff, guess what happens to me, right? I am more inclined to do that which I decided I didn't want to do. So, for Memorial Day, I find it better to do something else, right? Where I'm not thinking about barbecues and all those things. Why put myself through any torture, right? So there's some things that you might decide, you know what, this one, I may not have really overcome this, and frankly, Why should I put myself in the way of temptation and yielding to temptation when I can do something else? I'll go and do something else, right? So, but be careful what you express. And you can express by writing. Journaling is a good idea every day for you to write some little comment about how you, and today you can get a computer-based journal if you like, you know, on your iPad, on your iPhone. You can just journal what's going on and how much progress you made that day. That usually works. It helps to reinforce your journey. Speak. What you say makes a difference because expression deepens impression. And then we get to the point of bad choices. You know, people will, from time to time, do something that they said that they didn't want to do. Or not do something that they said, I'm going to get it done. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So now, if you, how many of you used to like potato chips? Okay, both hands up there, potato chips, all right? Well, you know, I'll tell you the truth, and I hope you learned this already here. One potato chip is not going to kill you, okay? Unless, of course, it gets stuck in the wrong place, right? But one potato chip is not going to kill you. The problem is not with the potato chip.
You can't eat just one of them.
It's with the potato chips, okay, all right? So how many of you can eat one potato
Can't
chip?
eat one.
One at a time.
Right? You see, the issue there is that, you know, you eat one, you eat another. I was giving a talk about this, and a fella in the back said 7.5. And I said, 7.5. What do you talk? 7.5. 7.5 potato chips, he said, are in one of those little cup packs that, you know, the little,
No,
the little,
the bag.
the little bags,
The
little
Lay's
snack
bag.
bags, right? 7.5. And everybody laughed, you know. And I said, so how do you know that? Well, he was a supervisor for, I'll tell you, it was Wise Potato Chips, okay? 7.5 is in the bag, okay? So now, let me ask you, how many of you think is one of those big bags with the owl's eyes and the, how many of you think in that? I didn't ask him that, but it's too much, okay? So I'm going to say this. Understanding that at times we end up making a bad choice. Not that we plan to make a bad choice. You hear me? You don't plan to fail, right? But you end up making a bad choice. Make the best of that bad choice. Don't buy the big bag. Buy the little bag. Okay?
No,
You cut your losses, right? Don't put all your eggs in that basket, all right? Don't give up. Don't give up. Even if you fall, don't give up. Get back up, right? Don't give up, get up. And look for help, okay? What kind of help comes? Well, you can communicate with us, and I'll pass this around. Please put here, if you wish, your email address or some way in which we might be able to get a hold of you. In a month or two, we'll get in touch with you to find out how things are going, all right? Specifically about your health, all right? Also put what time would be the best for us to get if it's a telephone number, all right? So communicate. Read. Don't stop learning. Read. Read more. Understand better. And don't forget that there's something else that's involved in those ABCs. Let me see how good your memories are, and then we'll stop. A is for?
Awareness.
B is for?
Believe.
C is for?
Choice.
D is for?
Do it.
E is for?
Evaluate. Expectations. Enjoy.
F is for?
Follow through.
And
H is for habit.
Habits. Now, what do you think about that alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, H.
Can I add one later?
Yes.
You know, we teach our kids the importance of an education and college education.
Mhm.
They need that to achieve, and we know we need information to make good choices. And I'm not discounting those, But without a sense of urgency, people don't accomplish anything.
That's right.
You can accomplish something, if you have that sense of urgency, you'll get the education. And typically, it takes a life-defining moment. I'm here because a month ago, my sugar level was 325,
Woo.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So
You woke
now health needs to be a sense of urgency, it needs to be important
Mm-hmm.
to me, so,
All right.
you.
So U is for urgency, all right? And U is also for you. But you know, if I were to teach you the alphabet, and I went from F to H, you would say there's something missing.
Yeah.
What would you say is missing?
G.
G. And
God.
unfortunately, many people leave him out. You know, when you're making the critical decisions in front of your plate, in the morning, whether you exercise or not, when you're making those critical decisions, our beautiful staff will not be with you when you go home. Dr. Sherman won't be with you. Justin won't be with you. Dustin won't be with you. And I won't be with you. But God will be with you. And he says he will not leave you nor forsake you. Call on him and he will make a difference for you to help you with the resolve that you have already made to continue going and to keep, and I like that very much, Mark, and to keep that urgency in front of your face. Okay? That this is not something that you really should be putting off any longer. Do what you ought to do. Whatever you ought to do,
Do it now.
do it now. Do it quickly. Right? Now, to help you